Welcome to Idle Champions Season 2, The Flare Hunters, launching on December 21st. This season, we're focusing on the heroes of Baldur's Gate, specifically Nerys, Shandy, Krydle, Jaheira, and Viconia. All of these champions have received updates and buffs, with a focus on the new Favored Foe mechanic. We've tied together all abilities that cause champions to deal extra damage to specific types of enemies under this mechanic, and added abilities that trigger off of Favored Foe kills. Almost all of the Season 2 champions have gained this mechanic, and you can find the specific details in their character sheets in the game. But let's give a quick overview of what's in store. The biggest change for Jaheira is that she has moved from Seat 4 to Seat 9. This allows all of the champions with the Heroes of Baldur's Gate affiliation to be used together. Most of her other updates have focused on streamlining her kit and increasing her DPS abilities. She now has Fierce Hunter and Battle Focus ability stacks that persist in the current area, so her damage doesn't fall off after all of her favored foes are defeated. Fierce Hunter has also been adjusted, so it doesn't require an enemy to die in order to start stacking. Her base attack now includes an Area of Effect component, giving her some extra oomph as a DPS, while providing a compelling support attack as well. Her Class Act specialization now includes Baldur's Gate champions, and her Hunter specialization now has an Undead Favored Foe choice. Overall, she's stronger, and has new synergies with many other champions. Krydle has been transformed into a support and tanking champion with a unique evasion-based mechanic. He can now completely evade attacks using evasion stacks. They are used up when he dodges an attack, and restored over time based on the number of healing champions in the formation. As long as he's got some evasion stacks and is in the front of the formation, he also reduces the damage other champions take from Area of Effect attacks. His specializations have been adjusted to have one aimed at tanking and one aimed at support, and all of his abilities and feats have been altered to support his new tank role. Charismatic Leader has also been reworked to include the bonus for Heroes of Baldur's Gate champions. This change adds a tank option to the Baldur's Gate affiliation and gives Krydle a new and vital use. Nerys' spiritual weapon has received a huge boost. It can now set your base ultimate damage, which determines how much damage is dealt by your ultimate attacks, potions of fire breath, and certain champion abilities. That bud is attributed to the champion it is attached to. We have added a new specialization that causes Spiritual Weapon to deal more damage to favored foes, increasing opportunities for synergy with other favored foe-centric champions. War Healing has been updated to trigger whenever Spiritual Weapon attacks, instead of just when an enemy is killed, and now heals a whole column instead of just one ally. Nerys' Unholy ability is now called Sanctify, and also specifies that undead are her favored foe. Finally, her base attack does more damage when she hits undead creatures. Shandy has been updated to go faster and hit harder. We have reduced the base time for dash to activate to only 30 seconds, and added some feats to decrease that time even further. Her speed specialization has been turned into a feat, and replaced with one that increases the effect of agile allies based on the number of Heroes of Baldur's Gate affiliated champions in the formation. Her explosive arrow has been reworked to provide more sustainability in boss areas. And finally, we have buffed both agile allies and criminal contacts. Viconia has a new formation ability called Yesterday's Undead that causes some enemies to spawn with the undead tag. We also added a new feat that affects this new formation ability. Additionally, we've increased the power of her Holy Power specialization. All of this adds potential synergies with other Heroes of Baldur's Gate champions. Speaking of synergies, this season's rebalance is a little different from Season 1. While all the Baldur's Gate champions have a favored foe focus, we expect optimal play to include smaller subsets of the affiliation, used to augment existing formations, rather than fielding all 5 champions at once. Along with the 5 champions featured in Season 2, we've also made some small improvements to a few other Baldur's Gate champions. Baloth now has a favored foe mechanic with Morbid Excitement to encourage those synergies. Delena has gained Heroes of Baldur's Gate champion stacks to her spell Bombardment. And we've made it clear that Minsc's favored enemies are in fact favored foes, changed Boastful so it spawns enemies of the same type as his favored foe, and increasing the chance of synergies with other favored foe-centric allies. There are a lot more exciting things happening with Season 2, so check out all of the details in the game when the season launches on December 21st, and have fun playing with the Flare Hunters.